things right. Hook me up a new revolution. This one is alive. Sat around laughing and watched the last one die. Humanity, hello, how are you? Lovely to see you again. Yeah, sorry, I was just having a little, I had a warning message coming up saying, oh, there's not enough stream, there's not enough power to actually do this, so I was panicking for a brief moment. How is everybody? I'm just double checking now because I'm getting paranoid even more. But yes, apparently it's not working. It is working? I don't know. Am I here? Am I alive? Is it going? I don't know. I'm receiving stuff. It says connection. Oh, I'll just keep going, sort of. Yes. Hey, Luke. Oh, what is going on? What is going on? It's working again. I have no idea. So, anyway, I'm just going to keep going. Sod it. I hope you can actually hear me and that everything is groovy at your end, wherever you may be in the world. Yeah, it's very warm still over here at present, and I'm just trying my best to try and keep cool. Judges are winning. But yes, we have been progressing slowly with these guys because they've been a bit of a slog at times, but it's why it keeps me coming up with a message and then going back to normal again, and then coming back to normal and then going back. I don't know. But so I'll just keep going, and once it starts like going kaput, then we'll have issues, I guess. Right, I was looking at some pictures just now, trying to get some for reference. Where did I put the picture? There it is. Right. Yeah, so I was also just using a picture like that to get an idea of where's what and where to put stuff. Hey MZ, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for dropping in and joining us. Oh, what did I do there? I did something. I don't know. You finally had a break from the humidity, dog days of summer. Yeah, it's been really warm today. I had a shower before coming on, and I'm already feeling quite clammy again. Hey Cyprian, hello. You are the first person to notice. Well done. Special observation award goes to Cyprian. Nobody else has mentioned that I've shaved. It's it was, I don't know, it just was bugging me today, especially like with sweating and work and stuff, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna trim it back. So I just got the clippers out and just number one-ed it all over. So yeah, it just feels a little bit, you know, sometimes you just feel like you just need to have a little change from things. So that's it. The hair still hair is still long, but yeah, the face fuzz came off. Yes. Is it me or is the stream a little bit choppy? Yeah, I'm getting connection problems for some reason. I have not done anything different than normal, but it comes up YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, as such viewers will, and it goes and then it comes back again, which is frustrating because there's nothing else going on. I don't know why the internet is being a bit of an arse today, which is a bit worrisome. Yes. Right, let's have a look if I can. Oh, can't check with this. Let's get out. No, because that's not on the Wi-Fi. So I've got a bit more. No worries, just wanted to make sure that nothing was happening in the background that might be lagging your PC. No, see the other one. Oh, there is. Oh, right, yeah. There is a video being uploaded on the other one, so that probably is what's causing the problem. Are you so okay? So obviously the camera is working, but obviously you're not receiving video, but you're getting audio. Is that correct? Because if it's just you're getting the audio, and obviously when the video will pop back in as and when, then that's fine. And I'll just continue. So yeah, this is a live podcast. Yes, so it's a bit strange when you sort of maybe seeing what's going on, I suppose, but not, yeah, you know, whatever. Yes, who'd do this bloody thing for a living when things keep on going wrong? But yeah, so how is everybody anyway? What are you up to? So I'll just keep talking, don't mind me. I'll ramble and ramble and ramble until there's nothing left to ramble about. And oh, that's such a pain in the ass. So I will be doing a lot of umming and erring, I reckon, even though I've been trying not to do that sort of thing. See, I'm already doing it. Just checking now. Pain in the butt. Absolute pain. What was I going to do? I was going to do some stuff. Where's my gold? Get my gold going. Oh, you're getting all right. Oh, right, okay. That's weird. Because I say I'm still getting the poor. Out of all the live streams I have done, I think I've only had one. Sorry, out of view. I've only had one where I've had to stop due to poor connectivity. Booba shaker, which isn't the best of things. So yeah, things are happening. I am here. It's just annoying because there's not, apart from the upload that's going on, and that's really probably that's causing the issue. So I'll tie my hair back as people start having violent interactions. Right. Yes. So I like to provide the highest quality live streams. And when you can't, it's a bit of an annoyance, to say the least. Being such a perfectionist as I am. not. Right. So we're going with some Liberator Gold on parts of the blade. Focus is out. Great. This is growing really well tonight. I'm blaming the heat. You know, I planned with the handles doing similar to what I did with Alfarius's one, where I used Bieltan green over the lead belcher, so you had that metallic green sort of look to it, which I thought looked really quite nice on his the staff, the power spear. So I'll replicate that on his. Little dragons. Hey Heed, how you doing, buddy? Apologies for the quality of the stream. It's having a real hard time tonight. It's really struggling to continue. I think obviously there's something being uploaded at the moment, and that's probably draining all the superpower from this. So I do apologise. Not my intention. Unfortunately, I can't pause it because it's not mine. So I will struggle on. Apparently, audio is okay. So this is sort of a podcast version of the usual live stream as such. So updates from the week. At the moment, my old friend Mr. Sciatica has decided to turn up again. I tweaked my back when I was away last weekend, and I thought it was, I say it wasn't even doing anything, it was just basically just bending, and now it's really making things a bit painful. Which is never fun. How's your your week? Well, as I say, some of you was here on Wednesday, so has anything serious happened in between Wednesday and today? I hope not. I hope that we're all okay, and just yeah. Say, all this money out for this bloody internet, and you're getting bugger all internet half the time, which is not good. 50+ club bonus prize. Oh, apparently the stream status is good. Well, thank you very much for keeping me updated, Mr. YouTube. It's normally excellent, and obviously that's what we want. Yeah, Boob Night. Funny thing is, with the infamous Boob Night, trying to watch as I lay on the garden, trying to cool off from our 4 hours in the. Yeah, that was intense. I felt the heat through the screen, to be honest, Crystal. But yeah, it was. you've done well for 4 hours, to be fair. Actually, good, and boobies, excellent. Yeah, on Wednesday night stream, I basically was wearing, again, I went sleeveless. I know, nudity, but I had it sort of like this. I've just turned the sleeves inside. The sleeves are still there, but I cut the sleeves off my t-shirt and then went down the side here. So I was showing a little bit of flesh, and I apologised to everyone. I said, in case you see any side boob, and it just went off from there, really. So everyone was there calling out boobs and boobies and stuff like that. It was it went on for about 15 minutes. Booby Wednesday, yeah. Obviously, Booby Wednesday. But the strange thing is, after all this booby shenanigans and boobs and stuff, I went out with the kids over the forest for a walk, give them some exercise, get out, take some photographs, as you all know I like to do. And there was a load of teens over there, which obviously they're trying to figure out what to do. They were probably going down to the lake to sunbathe. Really strangely, as I was walking with a boy and girl, like a couple of the girls came along, and one of them was wearing like a bikini top, and she apologised, and I went, oh, well, okay, whatever. Don't need to apologise. You're wearing clothes, yeah. And when we sort of came back that way, they would all sat down as teens do by some, and one of the boys just started shouting out, "Boobs, boobies," and all that sort of thing. And I thought, what? That seems a bit weird, especially after the Wednesday night booby shenanigans. So I just thought, you have no idea. You have no idea. Honestly, you're just a teenager. You wouldn't know what to do with a boob. Obviously, I didn't go full grumpy old man. I just went off. But it was just, like when you had you think back, and go, like when I was young, was I that sort of like immature, and shouting out boob, and oh yeah, boigers, yes, boigers was the other thing, boigers and boobs. So yeah, that's what happened on Wednesday night. For those that wasn't with us, that's the update. Sorry, I'm just getting carried away by boobs. As I try painting these little booby tassels. Obviously, it's an exotic dancer of some description that I'm painting. But yeah, so that was Wednesday. Funnily enough, as well, something a realization that I made earlier on today. When I was away in Ireland, there was a lot of drinking going on, and there was at one point me and my little gang of miscreants decided to start doing shots of whiskey, and we found this bottle of whiskey. It had a box, and it was like really cool looking, as most whiskies of renown are. It was called Blood Oath, and I thought, wow. And we basically all decided that we was going to make a blood oath, drink a shot each to cement the blood oath, which I believe was to be friends. It's really, really petty. You couldn't really think of anything like that. Raw! We said, oh, we could be friends and stuff. Well, anyway, this bottle, which I identified to be the exact type that we was drinking, £150 a bottle. We have no ideas whose it was. It was just there on a table. It could have been a birthday present for Aaron. We don't know. It had been opened though, so it had a cork stopper. I think it had been open. I hope it was been opened. I'm assuming it was, because I could just take the cork out. But yeah, it was. I messaged one of my friends, one of my co-conspirators in the drinking of the shots, and I said we better stick to this oath because that's how much that bottle costs. And he's like, "Oh my god!" Oh dear. But it was appropriate, you know. It was a blood oath, and we were swearing an oath of fealty and friendship through our alcohol-fueled adventures that evening. It's probably around about 2 o'clock in the morning, I think it was. I was surprised. I was actually that night. I don't think I actually got to sleep until 6. So I'd done pretty well, seeing as I'd had very little sleep the day before. That's just checking what that's. Grrr. So yeah, that was another part of the adventure that I just remembered beforehand today. Right, now it's coming through as excellent, my stream here on the YouTube doohickey. Has it cleared up? Is it still jittery? Oh, it's God damn it. Speak too soon, and yet again it goes on the fritz. And it's good again. Most annoying. As I say, I'll keep going. I'm not scared. Although it's bloody warm in here. I'll give you that. And as I say, with Crystal, follow her because she is awesome. She's a great hobbyist, a shining light in the hobby community, especially if you like squigs. And now also the Horus Heresy Sons of Horus Dreadnoughts. She's doing some awesome work with that. It is so nice. Yeah, but it's bloody internet. Oh no, it's excellent again. So frustrating. Yeah, hey Adam. No, so you being I visited the loft on the odd occasion, and even though it wasn't the height of summer, it was still quite warm up there. And when it's like sort of in the 30s in the Essex region, you being up there with Rob, doing what you was doing, which was painting for those who have a filthy mind. It was, it's testament to your endurance. So I salute thee, because I'm sweating, sweating buckets, and I'm at ground level with the doors open, which at least I haven't got the heat from the downstairs coming up, he says. Unless there's actually a gateway to hell underneath my very posterior, which is possible. Lots of little bits of gold. So Well, easily. I can hear everything. Cameras are almost frozen. Moves of very few secs. And now on my screen again, excellent condition, which is a nightmare. Although the whole thing is frozen for me now. Could be calls outside. No, I hear you again now. Yeah, Cyprian was saying earlier on, and MZ as well, that audio's coming through. It's just obviously the streaming itself is the problem. As I said, the only thing I can see that is causing the problem is there is a video being uploaded on the other computer, which I can't interfere with because it's not my computer and it's important. So that's probably what's causing the issues at the moment, which is not good. But as long as the audio holds out, I will continue like some demented asbestos covered freak for as long as I can. So the sciatica's behaving itself, touch wood. I'm just getting the feel of it, and yeah, like the tingles that you were getting earlier. It's like that. But with a little bit of an added pain to it. Hey John, hey buddy, how are you? Are you hobbying tonight, or are you just popping in to say hi, you lovable little trooper you? Yeah, we can still see you if only you move every couple of seconds. Yeah, just make sure I'm still alive. Is that what we're getting at? Is he still here? Is he dead? We just don't know. We just can't tell anymore. He could be. Is this an automated system? We just don't know. Yeah, so my one big gripe is when the internet's being a dick, because the amount of money we all pay out for internet, to get all these like super speeds and all that sort of stuff, and obviously they say like up to, they don't say from, so yes, yeah, pain all day, just extended down the legs, yeah. So it's just my right as well, so which obviously is my accelerator leg for when driving, and obviously driving 40 odd miles to work and back each evening is a bit of an annoyance because it's getting out the car. Once walking around for about 20 minutes, it starts to ease off, and you just feel that numb pain down there. So I was doing the little exercises I was doing last time when I hurt my back in February, just to get that sort of maneuverability again, just to sort of stretch the back out, because it's like a little bit it's weird because the back hasn't really been hurting. I was literally sounds weird, the reason I got this was I was cutting my friend's hair. So as having the skill of being able to cut hair, and admittedly I haven't cut women's hair in a very long time, apart from Maddie, where I give her a little trim, just to straighten it off, dead ends and all that sort of dead ends, split ends. But yeah, she's like, could you just I need it off my ears, I really don't like it on my ears, and I'm staying over because she's from Frankfurt. She's staying over with the Aaron and Katie, and I went, yeah, okay, I'll do it. You know, I was sober at the time, so I felt confident. But then, you know, like you think, okay, this is real, but it went well, and I didn't go too crazy. So yeah, but because I was getting into positions I don't normally get to, and I had to sort of lean over more. Yeah, that probably didn't help with the old spine. Fixing airsoft headsets, so I'll be here for a bit. Oh, no worries, dude. It's lovely to have you here. Wish I'll just poke you through the screen and make sure you're still alive. Thank you very much. It's nice that all you lovely people are considerate of my well-being if I am dead. Just poking me with a stick just to make sure. Is he moving? Is he moving? Well, he's got a noise coming out of him. So it must be something happening there. Oh, bugger, I keep thinking those bits. So anybody get some pre-orders done today with the big pre-order for Heresy? So we're talking Spartans. We are talking the Cataphracti again. The characters from the box set. The Leviathan sprue for the finger weapons, the Contemptor sprue and the Contemptor, and the Sicarian, and the Mechanicum book. So how many of you guys and girls go out today and pre-book your stuff or pre-order? I did go for the Mechanicum book because I needs it for my Mechanicum. The problem by having all these armies is that you've got to get books for them. So yeah, always fun. Yes, I'm enjoying laying in the garden, but I feel burning in my back and pelvis getting worse. I'm glad yours is cooperating. Yeah, it's more the sciatica that's causing me the problem, not the back, which is weird. Because I felt, when you twinge it, I felt it, and I thought, oh, and I thought it could just just a little bit of rest and it'll be fine, but obviously not. But I was surprised at how quickly the sciatica started acting up. So yeah, as I say, we've both had a couple of times this year, haven't we, with the old back problem. That's the problem, I guess, of being the type of people, like active people we are. Obviously, with your job as well, you're always like bending down to pick kids up. So that's probably going to aggravate every now and again, isn't it? But yeah, just trying to manage it, all the pain and stuff. That's frustrating, to say the least. That's the thing. It's more annoying, isn't it? Because you can't do the things that you could normally do. Which, yeah, it's a right shitter. Pardon my French. Back onto languages. Sorry, so previous conversation earlier on. Yes. Get on there, you little monkey. Miss. I want the big dread thing holding up until I finish the big box. Yeah, the Leviathans, they're really nice. They're nice and boxy as well, but they are just chunks. And we all love a chunk. That's what I'd say. I have the resin ones, which I have several from various armies projects that I've done. But the plastic ones, I think I was speaking to somebody who's already built one, and they were saying that the front plate could be a little bit tight fit. So when you get onto it, then just bear in mind, much like with the Rhino tank, I can't give you any advice on the Spartan because I haven't built the Spartan yet. So I don't know if any of the people in the chat, if they've built a plastic Spartan yet. It's just I've built, with the resin ones, there were two varieties. The original one, which was a pain in the arse, and then the second one, where they incorporated all the tracks ready built into, just basically you had a slab of resin, which was one side, slab of resin, which was the other side, and you just had to assemble the hull, much like the Sakara in resin. So I'm also interested with anyone who, if they have built Spartans, how that build has been. The Rhinos were a little bit funny, which I was talking to Engine Phil the other day on a Zoom chat, and he was saying about how sort of tight they were. So yes, it's finding out these little bits and obviously having chats about how the builds have gone makes a difference to everybody else who hasn't ventured that far. So Cypher and Spartan is fine, but get yourself some rubber bands. So it's the old Land Raider style, is it? It's been really pleasant otherwise. Tracks go on easily. Yeah, that's what I liked about the Kratos. The tracks were fairly simple, to be honest. There's lots of big, middle, and small bits, but the instructions were just straightforward. Just make sure you have, unlike Ivy, bless her, who got two left-handed tracks setups with her one, which has been rectified. They sent out the replacement bits. She might even got a new kit. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But yeah, that was a really nice kit to work with as well. Really quite fun. And that's what the hobby's about, having nice kits to work with. And I would say the plastic Heresy stuff has been quite a nice improvement. Obviously, with the Mark 6, they are sort of static form, really. So you can only have the sort of certain poses, but you can mix in the hands. Obviously, where they've done the weapon sets, so you can just pop in, pop out. And I have seen people who have actually magnetized their Mark 6 arms, so they could just pop out bolters for Volkites, chargers, or what have you. Which hats off to them. Well, I don't have the patience for that. It's just too much for me. The whole thing slots together super nicely. The main chassis, the Spartan, I mean. I forgot YouTube doesn't stay on in the background on the phone apps. Yeah, no. I often forget that as well. When you're sort of watching something and then suddenly you flip out, because obviously, like with Twitch, like when watching like your stream, for example, you can flick out, do other stuff whilst you're still on view, so you're not missing out on stuff. But yes, it is annoying that happens still with YouTube. Hopefully they'll get something to rectify that. So, because sometimes you have to, you get important text messages or something, you've got to deal with it. You can't just and you just turn it on off again. That's a bit frustrating after a while. And I know myself that I've actually might have been watching something and had to sort of stop, start, and you just go, I can't be asked anymore. So, yes. Have you had any more pigeon escapades in the garden, Crystal, or squirrel attacks? Has that other cat also been returning? That intruder kitty. Need to update my YouTube runs in background on a small screen, no premium. YouTube Premium allows for it. Oh, right, yeah. Just grab the iPad now. Oh, well, thank you. It's lovely to have you along on this adventure. So I know Ivy won't be on tonight because her and Sarah are off to stay at Sarah's parents for a week. That's their holiday. So we wish them all a happy holiday. They deserve it. And yes, it's all groovy apart from that. I was hoping, not sure, it might be on, Leaky might be around later on. But so it's nice to have you guys here with me, keeping me company, because otherwise I'd be all on my own. Fucking squirrel tried to steal the coconut bird feed. Nicked it in front of us yesterday. Oh, that squirrel's got some balls. Notice today it managed to get the metal bird feeder off the pole. Little ninja. Did any of you used to see? They used to have like this, like world's cleverest squirrel sort of thing. And they'd do the little assault courses to get the nut sort of thing, and they'd like put time lapse videos, and then like you'd see all these like squirrels trying to perform these amazing acts of assault course running sort of, and how they sort of learn and evolve sort of thing. He's ingenious, and they are clever little bastards just to get those tasty nuts. Or you can watch the human version. It was Takeshi's Castle, but there was also Ninja Warrior as well, which I used to enjoy watching. I used to like the original Japanese version sort of thing, because like there was like people that always came back, tried and again, as it was so hard. I think there's only been like a couple of people have actually gone all the way to the end, and got it exactly what they wanted. Press that button, become Ninja Warrior. But yeah, that and Takeshi's Castle, I used to love watching that. It was it Craig Lister from bloody Red Dwarf used to commentate on it. But yeah, Takeshi's Castle, just whittling them down from 100 people down to somebody to charge Takeshi's Castle and hopefully breach the defences, which I think I saw happen once. Somebody managed it, and it was just like, it was just so surprised that somebody had actually managed it, and it weren't that much like ceremony or anything like that. It's like, oh yeah, you done it, well done. Yeah, I think that goes back to, there used to be Clive James, an Australian journalist, comedian type chap, used to have a program where he'd watch. It was like before Tarrant on TV, which is again like a 90s TV show. Clive James used to do this thing on a Sunday night on ITV, and you'd see him watching all these shows from all over the place. And one of the best ones was the Japanese show called Endurance, which again, you'd have all these hundreds of people trying for and just put through the most horrible activities, You know, the one that I can remember the most is they had to drink lots and lots of like water or something, and then they had to ride on a pony, but with ice bags strapped to them or something. So it sort of made them want to wee, and whoever jumped off the horse was out, sort of thing. So as they're riding along, full up in desperate needs of the toilet. Yeah. But lots of little activities like that, which I don't know. So there's a morbid fascination of seeing people suffer. You know, but they're doing it themselves. They're willing themselves through it to do it, trying to get glory and honour and status of what they've had to be put through. So yeah, it's a bit cray-cray, really. As is much the world at the most of the time. Oh, before actually coming on, I was watching the new I Am Groot cartoon on Disney Plus. It's obscenely cute and a little bit like, oh my god, he's a little arsehole. But yeah, he was quite entertaining. There's about 5 of them on at the moment. They're only 6 minutes long each, so they are quite enjoyable. So yeah, if you've got Disney Plus, I recommend viewing them. Also, missed that. Titans and Questorius Knights are apparently really fun in the new Mechanicum book. Mechanicum apparently got a slightly short end of the stick, still playable, but not as much glow up as Space Marines. Yeah. I heard, I watched a thing on YouTube. Funny that. Someone reviewing. Actually, I can tell you who it was. I think it was Guerrilla Gaming. He says, if I can activate my phone. Oh, do behave. Yeah, Guerrilla Miniature Games posted up a video reviewing the Liber Mechanicum Divisio Titanica, and it did sound quite interesting with what was going on there. So yes. Yes. Badoo. Badoo. Yeah, sorry. I was saying the fact that Castellax and Domitars don't have any form of brutal, so they're not as nasty as dreadnoughts at present, which especially the Domitars are like, they're hitting you in the face with like grav charged awesomeness, slamming that grav charge, like sort of like a well, projection field, really, isn't it? You know, being punched with like magnetic force, kinetic magnetic force, which would, I'd say, hurt. I think that's a legitimate phrase. It would hurt like hell, really, being punched by one of those things. But yeah, obviously dreadnoughts may be a little bit bigger than that, but you know, I think like certain things, like I know like the Phalanx have lost part of their strength because they used to, their upgrade was to have heavy chain blades, which was +2 strength. So as a close combat weapons, they were doing strength 7, which is quite nice, especially when dealing with vehicles and stuff. But they're only strength 6. So obviously against Astartes that's fine, but then their weapon skill's not the greatest. So yeah, it's balancing it out. And making things, you know, interesting and playable, which is all, you know, it's all for at the end of it. Yep, no worries, we'll still be here. Sorry, there is vodka in this, so. So yeah, having all these big sort of robots, I am hoping that the Mechanicum do get some sort of plastic kits, like maybe plastic Phalanx or Myrmidons, because Myrmidons are being made into sort of troops. And like Phalanx, as it is, like 3 Phalanx costs like 40 quid. That's, you know, and you can have up to sort of 9 of them in a unit. So you're looking £120 for a unit, a full squad, and that's without having ones with the special weapon options. So it would be quite nice to have that option at least, because they're a troop, and they're the only ones we have line as well, because Castellax don't have line. But if you get certain things with your Magos, then it can give them line. I think, but I would really, when the actual book turns up, because I'm one of those guys that I like to have the book before me, so I can, you know, go through it and look at the pretty pictures and all that jazz. One is back, went for food. Nice. What are you having for munchies? And if you could taste it. So it's going on a lot better than I anticipated. So I was never really a big Liberator Gold fan. I was more of a Retributor type of person. But through all the Titans that I've built over the years and painted, especially with bloody gold trim, Liberator has actually become quite a firm favourite in that regard. Oh, just a sandwich. And back. Yes. That back. You got your appointment tomorrow, your chiropractors, isn't it? You're going to? Is it chiropractor? Or is it that other thing? Maybe see my mate Scott, because he actually he's not a, well, his wife actually is like a masseuse anyway, but you don't go around and see your mate's wife, get a massage. No, he knows a bit about, you know, back problems that he suffered from as well. And he actually, when I'd hurt my back once before, or it was causing me aggro, he actually got me to, he bent me. Yeah, he obviously got me into a position and actually just sort of like opened up the spine, and it was actually like, oh. So yeah, it was helpful. Just be nice not to have to. That's the thing. It's nice not have to think about not being careful, but like, you know, being practical. Oh, Monday GP, all right. But you know, not be in pain. Obviously, where I am at work is a very physical job at times, and sometimes you forget that you're not. Sorry, I just got distracted by a message there. Sorry. Yeah, worked. But yes, it's being able to just go around your normal day and not be stressed or getting worked up about, oh, I don't want to be doing that because I would aggravate something. And you know, that's the last thing you want to do. You want that sort of freedom from not hurting yourself. Ouch. I'm just going through the ones I've already done. I'm going to shake this up again. Get on the booba shaker. Booba shaker. I was that was what I was doing. Okay. What else did we discuss? I can't remember now. Prey. Yes, we talked about that the other day, I think. No, tell a lie. No. Yeah, no. Did I? Not sure if I've seen Prey. I've watched Prey. I thought it was really good. We was talking on Artist Empire stream Wednesday before the Wednesday night stream with me. And it was because I saw a list like come up in your newsfeed of the rankings of number 1 to 7 of the best Predator movies, and so it went down that The Predator was number 7, so the last one before Prey was the worst. And I think it was Aliens vs Predator Requiem. So that was 6. Then Predator 2. That's 5. Then it was Predators, I think. No, AVP. Sorry, AVP was number 4. Predators was number 3. Prey number 2, and then number 1 was the original Predator. Which, as I say, I hadn't seen Predators. I owned the DVD for many a year, but never watched it. But I made that change and I watched it the other day, and yeah, I didn't mind it. It was actually quite good. It was obviously a similar vein to the original, but different. I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it, even though it's been out for donkey's years. If you've not seen it and you think, you know what, I might watch that, then watch it, because it was all right. It was a nice little thing if you like all the sort of background stuff and all that. 1, 2, Predators, everything else. Yeah, I like 2. I like 2 because of its continuation, and obviously it's got it's just, as I say, I like certain things about it. You know, being set in the city. You know, Voodoo King Willie, as because again on Artist Empire stream, I was doing the impressions of the characters from that. Because I really enjoyed that movie, especially Voodoo King Willie. You know, as one-off characters go, he was pretty awesome. You know, we knew what he was about before we met him, and then when we do meet him, he's in a car full of ganja, or he gets Danny Glover's character gets picked up in a limo full of marijuana smoke. Yeah, man. You want some? No. But yeah, I just, I've always had fond memories of that one, and it continued the story of the original one as well. But Prey, I really liked Prey. And it was really good as well that they actually had, like, Native American actors playing Native Americans and stuff like that. And there was like speaking Comanche as well. It was authentic, and it sort of didn't show them in a bad light or anything like that, and that's important when you're doing sort of like things approaching like other people's cultures. But yeah, it was a really good, enjoyable movie. I enjoyed it lots, as you can tell, because I'm even talking about it. The Making of Highlander and Escape to New York books arrived on Monday. Ah, nice. I have, actually, there was actually on YouTube. There's a really good. They put it straight up on there. Was a making of Aliens, which is really good. And like there's bits in there you think, oh my god, and especially like when the bits that say like if you actually watch this movie, when you're focusing on what's happening, but there was this I think it's the bit where the Colonial Marine APC is driving out of Hadley's Hope towards the atmosphere processing station, and if you're watching that, if you actually look to the top of the screen, you'll see a person's face, because it's the guy who's actually remote controlling the thing. It's like he's behind the thing, and you can just see his face there, and nobody caught it. I think they kept it in there. I'm not 100% sure, but you do see it in like the original thing. You just see his face that's looking down, like seeing where he's driving. I love all that sort of stuff. A little, because I say, like when you're watching on like Amazon Prime, for example, I've always enjoyed the fact that you could like pause and look up the trivia associated, or like fun facts or something like that, or music score, or you can see who's actually in the film. And I love that little thing, because if say you're watching a film, you go, where do I know that person from? So you just pause it. Ah, that's who they are. I remember them in that program and stuff. Oh, so I'll just say it's news for Crystal. That's awesome news. Mars. That's groovy tubey. just got to reposition myself because the old leg is being a dick. Just double check on the bits I've done so far. Just making sure that one. Voodoo King Willie. They say you want to talk to me. They say you're offering me favors. So tell me why, Babylon, Mr. Policeman. I know not who he is, I know who he is. The other side, Spirit World Man. Gosh. Voodoo King Willie, you absolute badass ganja smoking Rasta. Yes, you killed a lot of Colombians, but you was at war. We always thought you lot were, you know, peaceful, loving, but no, you was a badass in your own little way. Even out of our so that's nice when you can get you know, somebody to host a meetup and stuff like that. Funnily enough, with Wayland, 40k campaign days sort of thing. I'm saying sort of thing a lot, actually. I just realised that, which is quite annoying for me, as it must be annoying for everyone watching when I say sort of thing. And we used to like hire it, like the gaming hall, out of hours, which was basically because they never used to open until like 5 p.m. Although they were there during the day to do with like the online shenanigans and stuff. So we had to pay a deposit of £100 for it, but that £100 was then given back to us or whoever, like my mate Dave used to said, oh, I'll do it, because basically they gave it back when you bought stuff, so it's guaranteed that we would buy stuff, which we generally did. You don't often go to a game like a place like Wayland and not buy anything, because it's not just 40k they got there, they've got all the other stuff as well. So like you go, oh, that's shiny, I'm just going to buy it out, you know. So we'd always spend money there, but I think it was just a case that they wanted to safeguard, you know, diverting somebody just to sit there and watch us and make sure we're not stealing the shop, basically, which we wouldn't have done that. But yeah, the guys, most of the guys that I used to know don't work on the store side of things. Like one of them is like their main painter dude for their gaming system stuff that they do. So like Dystopian Wars and the Wild West one, which I can't remember the bloody name. They yeah, so I don't know who to talk to on that side of things. So if you've already reached out, obviously me getting involved probably wouldn't help because I don't know all the people that are up there. So I went down there the other day and I thought, who the hell are you? Although one of the persons that works there, I actually follow in Instagram, and she's just started working for Siege Studios as one of their commission painters. So yeah, don't even know her name. I just remember it came up. I thought, I know her. But yeah, that's crazy. It's like 4 hours to drive. I'm waiting to hear back from Wayland. Yeah, it was because yeah, whereas North, well, I'm assuming Northumberland Tin are in Northumberland, so that is a good old slog up there. Obviously, Wayland from you, you probably, if it's a good clear run, like on a Saturday, you'd get up there in about an hour, because it is literally just getting M25 127 and then off at Rayleigh. Hey, Mousebait, hello. The master of assassin of bots is in the house. How are you, Mouse? How's your Alpha Legion projects you've been doing? It's lovely to see you again. You're coming in here. The bots are hiding. Although I don't know, obviously, if anyone has noticed so far, but after every live stream, normally in either the early hours or the morning afterwards, we get a lot of comments for German porn sites. So obviously we have an appeal towards German porn sites in particular, advertising blondes and brunettes. Apparently, I actually got hold of the translation. Just trying to find it. Hold on. Where did I put it? Yeah, so basically we get like that stuff turning up, which doesn't really matter. But the translation of the message that you see there is, everything is very nice, but first, together the points 10 and 1 and Emperor.online. Brunette and another blonde. It would be unfair if I dialed 4. It's like, oh, okay, that's different. So yeah, it's like, it's well, I'm hooked. I'm going to be submitting and joining this. I called it Pornhub, but yeah, it's just every live stream for the last month. You get like maybe one, like that was actually quite a lot. It was like 3 or 4 came through, but yeah, it's yeah. Sorry, Mouse. The connection, I keep, because there's stuff being uploaded, videos being uploaded on the other computer, which I have no control over, and I can't delete it because it's not mine. That's probably causing the lag, but the audio, as we've established earlier on, because I was getting really paranoid again, like what the hell's going on? But the audio is coming through, so we're treating this like a podcast, with limited visual capability. I realise how shiny my forehead is. Sorry, it's the glistening of the heat, but also like you can't actually see it as well because no, sorry, I was just trying to show off. There, you can actually see it there a bit because I'm so white on the shoulders. And then the browner. My arms from about here look really good. Yeah, no, it's not you. Don't worry. You got a Twitter bot lol after you posted. Well, there you go. So, did I? Oh, I say I haven't even been back onto Twitter yet. And I say I just randomly posted stuff out. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, I'll give you 1,000 permanent YouTube subscribers for just $10. Flame emoji. Thank you, Antique Mayo. That's a unfortunate concoction, really, if that's your real name. Antique Mayo 3. Oh, he's the third of his name. I would not like to taste that mayo. No, 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 no. Yeah, I love to just ignore those ones because fuck them. Farmer tan. Yeah, yes, yes, trucker tan, farmer tan. Oh, you can actually pretty see it, the transition. You know, if I could do that in my painting, I'd be fucking amazing. I feel like a proper sort of like bricklayer. But yeah, it's like I when I was having my shave, shawning myself with the clippers earlier on. I took my shirt off. This is all at work. Your work was quiet this afternoon, so I thought, I'm taking this off. It's getting a bit too much. I wanted to get it off, so I shaved that off. And then I was just like, cleaning off myself, washing my face down and all that sort of stuff, and getting rid of those, stray shaved hairs. And then top came off. I'm like, I am blind. My school kids don't think I'm tan till I show them my shoulders. Try not to. It very often takes me time to recover from blinding. No, Mama, no. But yeah, it's I've always been like that. When I was 15, I went out to Normandy and Brittany with my father and my stepmom and my little brother and sister. And I was obviously out of England. You're on holiday. You're not yourself. You're trying to be someone cooler and more awesome to all these like new people that you're meeting, all these new friends that you're making. And I had taken my top off, sunbathing, just like swimming trunks. No budgie smugglers. I do not do budgie smugglers. So my Bermuda shorts, because that was all the rage back in those days. Bermuda shorts, got to wear them. And yeah, I was all right. I was being careful, making sure I put on the right factors for a change instead of just going out and putting cooking oil on yourself and then like wondering why you was having heat stroke as you was basting yourself in the sun, which I didn't actually do, but somebody I knew at school did that, and that was in Chinkford. They had this outdoor swimming pool called Larkshall, which was obviously summertime. That's the place to be, and yeah, they use like cooking oil, thinking it was the same as like tan oil. They wanted a tan quicker, so they put cooking on themselves and basically got like burn and basically heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So well done. I learned something by not doing it. But anyway, so yeah, I was like, trying to get a proper tan for a change sort of thing. And I don't know what it was, but something happened where I think I'd gone swimming somewhere and I just had like, I felt itchy afterwards. And I'd been scratching so much, I actually had like scratch marks across my chest. And being a 15-year-old boy with scratch marks across your chest, I got very self-conscious. So yeah, it was t-shirt on after that, really. I'd go into a swimming pool, but like, you quickly top off, dive in, swim around, muck about, whatever. And then when you get out, it's like towel around you, just hiding, because I was so self-conscious because I thought, oh no, people will look at me and think I'm weird. Not realizing that they probably looked at me anyway and thought I was weird. But that's how we were as kids, We just didn't have that sort of mentality that we were really cool when we went abroad and stuff. I tried my best. I tried to represent the cool dudes. It was all right. It was fun, going into French bars. Because it was like Euro camp, so they had like the camp holiday sort of thing. So you had a tent that you was all in. they had like little like sort of social club things. So you go in there, and go une bière s'il vous plaît, merci beaucoup, and walk away with your beer. I felt so grown up, and I was smoking as well, which my dad caught me smoking, and he like didn't say anything and just was just like, you know, a bit disappointed. Oh, didn't know you smoked. And it was like, yeah, sorry, you know, get all shy and bashful because you've been sort of seen and you thought you got away with it, but you hadn't. He was disappointed. Oh well, never mind. But yeah, it was great time. You know, it's being in these places, meeting up with these people, like lots of English kids as well as some French. There was this French kid, right, and he was like, I think he was about 14, but he was French. He was from the Pyrenees, so he had that really sort of like lovely olive skin sort of thing, and he was just popular. And his name was Coco, which obviously, as a me going Coco as in the clown, but he had a certain way with women of older English and like, ooh la la, I don't speak big English. And somehow he pulled lots of the English girls who were my age or above. So well done to him. His cousin who was with him, which I can't remember his name, but he looked like Lenny and George. If you remember, like Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men, his cousin was like that, but he was trying to look cool. But obviously cool by association. So, but yeah, this Coco's like, fuck this kid. He's like, he's getting all the action. Yes, because that's all you want to do is your horny teens. You just want to get out there, meet people, and snog them. Don't deny it. We've all wanted to do it, and we've all tried it. Damn you, Coco. And your Pyrenees perfect skin tone and your Frenchy ways. Yeah, getting French kissing by a French person. Duh! I have that over you already. Ooh la la. Sorry, I'm just rambling now. Yeah, confidence does a lot. Yeah, I never had a lot of confidence because I just didn't. You know, at school, I was just one of the run-of-the-mill kids. You know, you had like those poor individual loner types, you know, the ones that would wear anoraks and stuff and all that jazz. And then you had all the popular kids who had all the latest like sports gear and stuff, which I was getting, one of these guys was sort of picking on us because I had a pair of trainers, right? And luckily somebody who was in a more higher sort of echelon of the hierarchy actually sort of came to my defense. Luckily for me, he didn't actually read what my trainers said, because my one said Campion, and this was at the time that the brand Champion was coming out. It was quite popular. So you had like Fila with their puffer jackets, Wallabies with their strength shoes, Reeboks were coming into their own sort of thing. But yeah, I had Campion, and because he couldn't read properly, he said, no, they're a really good trainer, they are. And like the guy sort of let me alone. But these were like a cheap pair of trainers that my mum bought me from Canvey Island when we was at the caravan. Yeah, but yeah, when you've not got a lot of confidence, I was literally going out getting, a little bit drunk for a boy my age, and I was actually hanging out with a guy from Yorkshire who taught me how to sing Ilkley Moor by Tat. So yeah, made friends, had fun, did manage to have made a little with one young lady, which I was forever grateful. But obviously, when you go back to school and you go, yeah, I got off with somebody, and everyone thinks you're lying because it's a holiday romance. It doesn't count. You making it up? No, honestly, I did. No, you didn't, you liar. I did. Her name was Sarah. Yeah, I would say in my school years, which is really weird, right? So when I was an infant, so like early, sort of like 4, 5, 6, apparently I was quite cute. Apparently, my peers, because as I used to walk to school, because I could walk to school, I had legs. I'd walk to school, and all the senior school girls used to pick me up. They go, "Oh, isn't he cute?" And I'm like, "Yeah, love him." Girls, you're like yucky, which I missed an opportunity. And obviously, as I got older, I got more lankier and stick insect like. So yeah, didn't have much confidence at all. And the weird thing is like when I was still living in London, when I was like 18, 19, before the move, before the big transition, in my social group, like we'd all, but I was just there. After I moved, however, now I didn't go on this big, I'm going to reinvent myself, become Shades Magruder or something like that. I just was me. I just like, well, I'd given up at this point. I thought, I'm not going to try. But even though I was still the same person, people seemed to think I was funnier and was like more cooler and stuff like that. And I was like, literally, I kept myself like, what the hell's going on? And it's just that moving from one place to another made a huge difference and could be myself and not put on sort of airs and graces or, an act as such. And people just seemed to like me for being me. And that helped me, as I said, evolve as a person to become the Lee that you see before you this evening. So that's my life story. I refuse to be part of it. Preferred guys because at least they're straightforward. We're immature, but you know what you get in general. Yeah, you're saying, that's the thing. Like I treat everybody the same. I would treat people how I would like to be treated. So you can't really go too far wrong there. But obviously, with myself, I am a bit of an empath. I can feel things. Like I can feel things. Back to boobs. Booby Wednesday again. I can, gauge the feeling in an area and stuff like that, or a person sort of thing. So I know if there's something wrong, stuff like that. So the boob thing's completely thrown me again. Yeah, I don't even know where I was going now. But yeah, like you say, I treat everybody how I would have really treated. But if somebody treats me in a certain way, I'll treat my voice, and that you've gone somewhere. And I've been in a situation like being in work, sales sort of thing. Having that easygoing attitude, being able to talk to people is important. That's what you're giving me, sort of thing. And then it's a battle of wills, and they're either going to walk out, or we will find some sort of common ground. And I say, there's been times where I've had some really hard customers, because everyone most people think you're trying to pull the wool over their eyes, or trying to sell them something that they don't want. But that's not how we operate. That's not how I operate. I want people to be happy with what they've got, and I don't want them to be thinking about what they've bought. In the fact that, and this sounds weird, right? But with that you're happy with, or that vinyl floor, or that laminate floor, or wood floor, or whatever, because if it's the right one for you, after about 2 weeks, you will not pay a blind bit of notice to it, because it then becomes invisible, because there's nothing wrong with it. if there's something wrong with it, you're looking at every moment you walk into the house, and that is a very stressful thing. So I always like say I help and guide. I won't just like someone comes into me and goes, I want a carpet. Which one do I want? I won't go, oh, you want that deer one over there? I'll go through it, and that's how I try to help guide. I'm not one of these pushy salesmen. I've worked with those types of guys that would basically sell their grannies sort of thing and not give a shit. I don't want to. I like to sleep at night. I don't want to be stressing. So I try to make my life as easy as possible by just being honest. As I think we all do. There's always something that just grabs you.